It's really great to see you. I'm thrilled. I've really been quarantining. I was not in any movement, no cars for 2 months until yesterday. And I'm a little, I've got some cabin fever. I want to express my solidarity with all of you who have been enduring this time, and especially my sympathy to people who have lost members of their family, whether it's through coronavirus or not, but it's been difficult to say goodbye at this time. And it's been a great time for me in many ways, besides the sadness in the confinement. I've lost 14 pounds. I've started an exercise regime. I've started to read a little bit. I haven't started writing a book, which I want to do, but I've finished commitments from the past. And I've been reevaluating aspects of my life as I'm about to turn 60. So I hope that this can be a great time for all of us. And I encourage you really to use this unique opportunity. It's a strange time, but it's a unique opportunity. And what I'm seeing in today's presentation, but also in my close contact with UCU over the last 2 months, and even before that, during the 15 days I was at UCU at the end of February and beginning of March, immediately before the quarantine, is that this team is better than ever. It's really quite incredible. Whenever I got down in these 2 months, I would just plug into something going on at UCU. Whether it's the programs for the students of the collegium, the dormitory, the sisters and Father Yudi have been doing great programs for the students that are outside of the collegium. Whether it's the teaching that Sophia presented to us, or whether it's the strategic and financial planning that Lubomir presented to us. We have a fantastic team headed by Father Bohdan Prach. It's outstanding. And Father Bohdan has been pushing everybody to really be creative, to consider this time as a chance for UCU to make a big step forward. People are in good shape and they're leading well. Father Bohdan and the leadership team, the first decision they made was to cut their own salary by 30%. I find that very inspiring. But they kept the salary for the faculty. And they're all working more than before the quarantine. And you know what? They're making the students work a little bit more, which is good for young people. A few points that I'd like to leave you with. This is a time for all of us, for the university, for us in our personal lives, and for us as a community of supporters and donors to make a step forward. One specific thing I want to ask all of us is in the next week or two to find one more donor for UCU. Find one specific donor, or encourage somebody that is a background donor to step forward. This is the time to make a serious step forward for this university. You saw the statistics. There's no better deal anywhere. The ratio of cost per student between the US and UCU is 9-to-1. You're getting 9 for the same dollar at UCU. Now is the time to continue the building at UCU. It's $1,000 to $1,100 per square meter. That won't be the square meter. That won't be the case. That's $100 per square foot. This is not a time to slow down at the university, because this team is ready to go. The students are together. Nobody is dispersed. There's a trimming down. It's not an easy thing to say, but this is a time when some people who are not with the system can be more easily released, and UCU is moving in this direction. There are no sacred cows. All questions are being asked. And this news needs to get out, because I don't know of anybody in Ukraine, the government, business, the church, the NGO sector, that is so responsive to this crisis as this UCU community. And what I hope is that you can become an example for the global world. I'm speaking now to the UCU faculty and rector representatives. Father Prach is encouraging everybody to think big. And this is a time, just as soon as you get your crisis plan together, for you to speak more broadly to the broader global community. The United States is in a big, big mess. I'm after 10 months, I was month after month, I was thinking maybe I'm gonna, wake up and it's gonna be different. Well, every week I wake up to something like the hip hopper 6ix9ine. I don't know if you Americans here know who the hip hopper 6ix9ine is. This guy is attracting 200 million views on the most vulgar video that he released getting out of prison just 2 weeks ago. This is what kind of consumption there is. I don't need to speak about the political rhetoric. I don't need to speak about the issues connected with the US response to this coronavirus. This country has the largest number of cases. It has the largest number of deaths. It's the richest country. It has the best healthcare system in the world. The European Union is cracking up. Other global leaders are failing. Now, UCU will not take over the world in the next year or two. But this organization that is on the move, these young people that are making great sacrifices and are smiling and singing through this crisis, really need to be supported, encouraged, and pushed a little bit, because we need their leadership. I'm inspired. I thank all of you from coast to coast that are here. Many of you I haven't seen in a while, and it's good to see your faces. And I want to just encourage the UCU team. Thank you. I'm profoundly grateful for your witness.